Hello and welcome back to Age of Engineering. My name's CJ. Now, in the last episode then, we've just been finishing some auto crafting on all of this stuff here, and I did mention that we're going to be moving on for making more power. Just before we move on to making more RF, what I want to do is finally finish the solar panel and get that to the highest level. We'll go fetch that solar panel in a minute, but let's just have a look, see what we need to craft to get the rest of the equipment ready for this hybrid solar panel. Alright, we know we've got the advanced solar panel, and we know we've got lapis blocks. Coal chunks, I believe I do need to make some more of these coal chunks, which takes this compressed coal. So let's make, we're gonna need 8 per one. We're gonna need 3, so let's make 24 of those. Let's go get those compressed up. Chuck those in there. Yep, I've already made some advanced alloy as well, so we've got that already. Let's chuck that in there. Right, so for the solar panel then, we'll get around to making those other bits in just a second. What we need to make is this cenarium. Now, enriched cenarium is irradiant uranium surrounding cenarium. We're going to need a total of 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to need 4. We're going to need 8 of those. So we're going to need to make 8 of these. Right, so we definitely need to make some more of the irradiant uranium. Let's just make as many as we can. There we go, we've got a stack and a bit. That should do us. Let's go back onto here. Now, we've already got 1, so we just need to make another 7. There we go, so we've got those all sorted. So they are now ready and waiting. Now we need to make this cenarium alloy, which is made using cenarium and iridium reinforced plate. So we're going to need 16 of these. Now, I should have enough to make the 16. Whoop, just gone over the 16, never mind. Got a few extra in there now, but I'm pretty sure we'll use those at some point. Now we need to make 2 of those, so we've got those. Now we're just waiting on the coal up here. That should have finished actually, because I can't hear it now. Yeah, brilliant. Let's go drop those into the works. Chuck those in. Solar. Let's get the ultimate hybrid solar panel up, and we're going to create 1, 2, 3 of those. Let's go get our solar panel, which is up here. Oh, a bit of a lag then. Before I do this, I want to do that because I don't want it dropping down. Yeah, wait there 1 second. Before I go just mining that out, let's use the wrench just in case. Thank you. Right, now we should be ready. So if I chuck that in there, solar panel and the ultimate hybrid solar. Oh yeah, it would help if I'd made the cenarium alloy. So let's make those. There we go. Ultimate solar. Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. There we go. Let's go chuck this in up here. And that can go down on there. Brilliant. So that should now generate us quite a lot of solar energy during the day. It should be able to keep a lot of the things powered up there, as well as everything else that's getting powered. Let's just go have a look, make sure. I have just changed over all the uranium rods in these, so these should be fine. Yeah. Yep. This isn't processing anything, but these should now stop running out of power as well. Everything should be getting more than enough power. We've got quite a bit of UU matter stored up now, 928 millibuckets. Right, so the next thing that we're going to move on to today then is going to be the locator and the locator plugs. Now, let's go over to calculator and have a look, see what we're going to need then. So we're going to need to make calculator plugs, but we're also going to need to make a calculator locator, which is going to require a plug on its own. and also a beacon, which requires a nether star. That does mean I am going to have to challenge myself to kill a wither today. But one way I'm going to look at doing this is a little trick I've used before. Purified obsidian, I must have got that out of the calculator. So what I'm going to look to make is some of this reinforced obsidian, which takes reinforced stone. I have created quite a bit of that using the CM foam, and we've also got to use some dark steel. Now I'm going to need around 18 of these, I believe, and we're also going to take some obsidian withers, and I'm going to make this in the nether. So first of all, we're going to need the iron bars. Let's just craft those. 16. We're actually probably going to need some more of those because we need 2. So let's just do another one. There we go. Right, now dark steel. Let me just check on my dark steel to see how much we've got. We've got more than enough, so that should be fine. Right, so let's go back to the obsidian. We want the reinforced obsidian because it's weatherproof, and we're going to want 18 of these. And we did run out of those again, so there, chuck some more in there, 2 more, and we've just run out of dark steel. Now I have set up, I'll be able to spell dark steel. I have set up a way to craft dark steel now, so that shouldn't be a problem at all. So let's set that to craft up a stack of dark steel. Come on, one more. There we go. Iron ingots, it's missing. I really need to set up this iron in compacting drawers because I've got loads of iron blocks. Let's just turn a lot of that into that. There we go. Now if we go back to the dark steel, you know what, just craft me up 100, that'll do. Why can I not process that? Now I am having issues with this. I have made now a big crafting unit, but as you can see, somewhere along the line it keeps getting stuck crafting stuff. We have got plenty in there, we've got over 100, but for some reason this thing is still struggling. Let's turn that off, cancel that out. Right, and let's set this to craft up that dark steel that we requested. Whoop. Go, and that should do fine. Can't see to have any other problems. Right, we're also going to take some obsidian with us. I'm also going to need soul sand and wither skulls. Brilliant, and we're going to craft this up in the nether. Let me just drop that back in there. Nearly went through the wrong portal then. Let's head in through here. Right, now I do want to put this as high up as possible, so I'm just going to dig up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, I'm just going to dig straight up to bedrock, because if you dig up to the highest point in the nether as well, you hit bedrock. So here we go. Now I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to quickly break away while I clear out a little area then for build this in, and then I'll be back with you in just a second, so see you shortly. Right, so I've cleared out a little space around here, may have to clear out that as well, but what we're going to start with then, we're going to place 1 block there, then we want to come 2 blocks down, and we want to go all the way around with this reinforced obsidian. Now a few of you may have already seen this. If you watched season 1 of Fullcraft, you may have seen Ep37 do this. We won't be automating this though like he did in the end. We're probably going to keep it pretty much the same all the way through. So then you're going to want a 1 block gap there, so you can see I place 1 at the top, come 1 block down, then you do 2 of reinforced obsidian, you then have a 2 block gap, and then underneath that 2 block block gap, you're going to want to place this one. Now the reason I brought the extra obsidian is because we're going to place that just as a footing around the base. You could, if you wanted to, use more of the reinforced obsidian, but it is rather expensive. That's why I'm just going to use plain old obsidian, and that should suffice really. So let's get out the obsidian and just fill in this space. There we go, that's done. Right, now we can clear out this netherrack. That was just a placeholder, so there we go. Right, now we take our soul sand, and you'll place your soul sand like this. This one being the most important block. Wherever this block is placed is where the wither will spawn. Hopefully I've got that right anyway, and you can actually build it in this direction. So now here's the moment of truth. Let's place the last one on there, and let's get ourselves a little bit of distance. Take a bit more distance than we've got. I'll take that as well while I'm here. There we go. Right, now if we run him, we should just be able to sponge him, and he won't be able to attack us. This is rather loud as well. I'm hoping that I've got the volume at a low enough level for you guys. You know what, just be on the safe side, let's get that changed just in case. Don't want it too noisy for you guys. Hostile creatures, let's turn that down for a second. And he is still rather loud. And there he goes, dead. And there we go, we've got ourselves another star. And now we know this works, and I've shown you how it works. So we did blow out some of the roof, but I'm not really too fussed about that. Yeah, now we know it works. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut away while I kill a few more of these wither skeletons, and then I'll come back when we are back at the base. We are then back at base. I've got, in total then, I managed to get myself 7 nether stars before I then had not enough wither skeleton skulls, but that's not a problem because we only need 1 really. So yeah, now we need to make a beacon, and to make a beacon it is going to take 1 of those nether stars, some glass and some obsidian. I've really got no glass. Let me get some sand. Let's take a couple of stacks of that. Probably got glass already cooked in here. Yeah, how did I know? And we'll chuck that in as well. Let's chuck this in here. Right, so we need a beacon. Let's craft up 1 of those. There we go. Now let's go back over to calculator. And what we're going to need then is the calculator locator, which means we're going to need some of these atomic assemblies. Now I do know I've already got 1 in the system. Do I have enough to make that? No. So first things first then, let's craft up a few of... Ooh, actually I may have some of them in the system. So we need 3 of those. Brilliant. And wrong thing. I think we need to craft up some of those as well. 1, 2. Need some more of the iridium reinforced plate. Just make 2 more of those. And that means we can make 2 more of those. And then we should be able to make that there. So we've got 1 in the system already, so we now have those 2. Now the stable stone, I'm not too sure if we've got any stable stone. Let's just quickly check. We've got 1 piece. Hold on, I did see that we had black there, I think. Is that black stable stone? Yeah, so we've got plenty of stable stone, so that's fine. Let's have a look now what we need for the calculator plugs. So we are going to need some more calculator plugs. We're also going to need some more of these advanced assemblies. Now we're going to need in total then 9 plugs, which means we're going to need 18 of these advanced assemblies. So let's craft up 8 of those. We then need to make some more of these ones. Right, so we're going to have to craft up some of those. Is that really all I've got? What was I missing then? Let's have a quick look. Is that copper? Yeah. Let's just make a couple of stacks of copper. Right, and let's get back to work. You know what? Let's craft up a few of those. Right, so now I'm out to steel. And there we go. We've got plenty of steel. Everything's in block form. Let's just craft up as many as we can. We need buttons now, I believe. So let me craft up some buttons. Just craft a stack of those. And that should mean that we can now craft up a few of those. Which means we should be able to finish. No, we're still 6 short. So we need more buttons. Craft up another stack of those. That should be more than enough now. There we go, another 16 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. What are we missing again? Buttons. Right. Let's craft a couple of stacks of those. Now we should have enough. We should have more than enough now. Right, we've run out of those steel things, but hopefully that should be enough to craft up those. And we only need another 2. Thank you. Right, so the stable stone then. Stable stone itself is basalt and reinforced stone bricks. That should be enough, hopefully. The next thing we need to make is these energy modules, which take purified coal and power cubes. I know I've got one there, so let's see how many power cubes we've got. Oh, we've got more than enough power cubes. We don't need that many. We only need 8 because we've already got one. And let's see if we've got any purified coal. Nope. So the purified coal, we've got enriched coal, and I believe the enriched can be turned into purified using enriched gold. So let's get some enriched gold. Ooh, we've only got 25 of those. We're not going to need an absolute ton, and what I can also do as well, let's craft up 100 of those. Go. Right, so we need a dynamic calculator. We're going to put, was it that and that? No, it's down here in this one. Brilliant, so we've got the purified coal, and then the next thing we need to do is, whoa, stop splitting everything down. Is that in there as well? Yeah, it is, so there we go. And we've got some energy modules. Let's chuck those back in there and chuck all of those in there. Let's chuck all that in as well, and that, because we're going to be using it all. Right, calculator. Plugs. So we've got the stable stone, we've got the energy modules, we've got the advanced assemblies. We should have the redstone ingots. Now we just need the pallets of RTG fuel, which is plutonium and dense iron plates. So we're going to need to make up quite a few of these iron plates. Now let me see what I've got in iron plates. Right, we have got quite a few iron plates. Let's hope this makes us enough. These machines are relatively loud still. Right, and let's let that process. Right, I think while I wait for all these items to process and get the rest of the items together, I think what I'm going to do is just cut away, and just to be on the safe side as well, let's get some more iron pressed up into plates, just in case we don't have enough and I have to get some more made up. Just chuck those in there, chuck that in there. those machines are really loud. I really do need to change the config file on those. Alright, so I'll be back with you in just a minute once we've got all those dense plates. I have enough of those dense iron plates now. I've just been upstairs to get my hazmat suit as well, because what we also need is to get the plutonium, which the plutonium I've been getting from putting the depleted uranium into the centrifuge. Now if we check, we can turn this into the full plutonium, because these are just small piles of plutonium. That should be more than enough. I'm just going to chuck those little piles back in there, because we don't quite need those yet. What else was in there? Oh, so we do have some iron in there as well. And we've got plenty of this uranium-238, but not much of these small piles. And I do actually need those small piles. Right, so if we come down here then, chuck that plutonium in there as well. We go back to calculator and go back to the plugs. Now we need these pallets of RTG fuel. We can make 9, so that's plenty. That's more than enough that we need. I think that plutonium as well, I want to get that out of there and just make sure that's in here, because I don't want to go picking it up by accident and killing myself. So we should be able to take that off now safely. That's fine. Now go back to the calculator mod and go back to the plugs, and we should be able to craft up 2. No, you've got plenty of energy modules in there. There we go, 9. So we've got all 9 of those. Now we just need to craft up 1 of those. So there we go, we've got our calculator, we've got our calculator plugs. Now it's just going to be a case of setting all this up. Let's get some brick. I'm also going to want to get some conduit, and what I also want to craft up, if we can, let's go into Ender.io, and I do want to get some of these vibrant capacitors. Now question is, have I got any vibrant crystals? No. Let's make some more of those. Bingo. Now we want to craft up a few of those, chuck those in there. And I believe we should have electric steel in there. Do we have any of those? No. Let's glowstone. We've got 77. 19. I'm going to need some more glowstone and a few other things. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make a quick cut again. Let's go put the hazmat suit back first. Run all the way up here. Yeah, so I'm going to make a quick cut, go fetch some glowstone. I think what I'll do is just craft up a few of those capacitors, and then I'll come back once we've got that all sorted. So for now, I'll see you in just a sec. So I've had a look into it, and I've realised that I was making a slight mistake. As you can see, I've got rid of it here as well. It is going to require a lot more space than I was providing it. So it is going to have to go somewhere a little further away. Probably going to best put it over here. We can still wire all the power in anyway, as long as I get something connecting to that, which I could probably use this for here as well. You know what? Let me just remove that. Thank you. And let's place you back on there. Whoa, come on. There we go. And we'll connect you up to this here, which is the inward power, which is charging everything else. Now, if I create it over here, we're going to start off with stable stone, and I'm not sure if it needs a stable stone, but the one that I've just watched, which is Chosen Architect, showed using stable stone, so I'm going to follow his guide. And basically, going to place it round here and lift it up one on the sides, and the same on this side. And again, we're still going to knock out that center, but if I place this in here and these around here. Now, just before we carry on with this, there is one more thing that I do need to make. Let's head back over here. We need to grab some items. These torches can go back as well. I believe they were just placed down over here just to light up the area. Right, so what else I need then? Let's go to calculator. And what we need to make is this locator module. Now what it takes is 2 standard calculators and 2 energy modules. Now we're going to have to craft up some energy modules because we've just used all the ones that we created. But that's a simple task because it only means that we need... Ooh, we've only got 1 of these power cubes. But we're also going to need 2 basic calculators, so let's take 2 of those as well. And let's see if we've got any energy modules left in here. No, we don't. I've just seen it. Yeah, try and sneak up on me, where you, bud? There's another one somewhere as well. Yeah. Go away. Thank you. Just chuck that crap in there. Thanks for the rubbish. Right, so we're going to need to make a power cube. Where is the recipe? Power cube. There we go. So the power cube itself then takes compressed coal balls, which we've got a couple of in there, cobblestone and redstone block. So there we go, we've got those. Now we just need the purified coal. I believe we still got some. Yeah, let's just take 2 of those. Right, now we change this. It's in dynamic crafting, that's fine. These ones go in there. So we've got the energy modules. Now I believe we need to go to the flawless calculator, and it's an energy module, a calculator, and a energy module. And there we go, we've got that locator module. And now if we shift right click with that, you can now see that it says in the bottom corner owner CJ Bakes. So that's now set to myself. Now if we come over here, what we want to do then, we want to place our stable circuits in. And then we want to click on here and enter that in there, and you can see now it's active. The multi-block is true, and it's generating 2000 RF per tick. So it does generate quite a lot of power. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw that power out through here. 1. How many blocks in are we? 1, 2. So it's going to be here. And then we're going to connect this up like so. Fill that in. Now if we place down our vibrant capacitors, you can see they're now charging, and it's charging at, oh, that's now dropping. There we go, so it's generating the 2000 RF per tick. Now what I'm going to do then, I'm going to take one of those, same as we always do, connect it up into the power. Let's drop these down here. We'll connect this on here, and then we'll connect this over to here. So that's now going to generate power and send it straight into the whole system that we have set up. And it is losing power because it's outputting slightly. There we go, we can now see building back up again. That does actually look like it's taking power from other systems to charge this as well, because it's generating at 4000 RF per tick, and this is only generating the 2000 RF per tick. But once that's full, this should keep that topped up, and I believe this also stores quite a lot of RF, in the millions, probably around 20 million RF. So that is now generating an absolute ton of power for us. We've also got the solar panel as well, which is generating enough power from up the top as well. Does that have a UI so I can see how much that's generating? I don't think it does. Oh, it does generate, it does tell you, so its max output is 512 EU per tick. So we have got to be careful now as well if we generate any more EU, because I don't think any of the power cables up here will take anything more than 2000. So we've got to be careful on that now. So we're generating probably 1500 EU per tick just out of this, and that solar panel up there. And then obviously we've got everything else around here generating even more RF. So we're probably generating the maximum that we can, which should be powering everything that we have on here. It's just a shame that they make so much noise, drives me up the wall. But yeah, that is great. We've got all that sorted. Right, so that is going to do for today's episode. Hopefully you have enjoyed. If you have, as always, please feel free to leave a like. And if you'd also like to see more videos from myself, then also please feel free to subscribe. Thank you.